Welcome back to Autism Live. We are coming back with All Things Caticorn in just a second, but I wanted to take just a minute here to address some of the things that you guys have written in. First of all, I want to say hi to Sophie, who's writing to us from New Zealand, who loves our jargon. Thank you. I love that you're still watching the SD. Yeah, you know, we take all of the jargon that we do, and we have a playlist for them on our YouTube site and on our autism-live.com. So because, you know, we know that watching them once isn't often enough to get it to where you understand it. So they're there. And when somebody says something at a meeting, you take the time, look, you know, write a note to yourself on the side, you know, look that up on the jargon playlist on Autism Live. And if there's a jargon term that you're hearing that we haven't covered, please write to us. We're constantly looking for new jargon to take on. But thanks. And our love to New Zealand, our love to Australia right now. Oh my gosh, you're in all of our prayers. I also want to do a big shout out to Cynthia, old friend, blast from the past, who says, hey Shannon, great topic. We're working on this in our home for the new year. I assume you mean about those goals. She says, small steps to get some wins without overwhelm. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely love that. Now we did have somebody, and Swathi, I want to say hi to Swathi. Thank you so much. And I see that her New Year's resolution is that she's hoping that her daughter Siri, of Designs by Siri, will be able to move out and be happy with her new lifestyle. I think that that is a great New Year's resolution. And we're going to be checking in with you to see how that's going, because you guys have been working on that for a while. But then we had another person who wrote in our YouTube channel and said that my 5-year-old son's dog and best friend died last week. My son has no idea about death and keeps asking for his dog, and I keep telling him he went bye-bye. Should I get him a new dog? Any advice? You know, it's funny, not in a ha-ha way, but ironic that just yesterday when we had Ask Evelyn Kung, we had another question about death. And so she talked specifically about how we begin to explain death to our kiddos on the autism spectrum. And so you can go back and watch yesterday's show to see that, but I'll give you the Reader's Digest version that she was talking about being very concise with the language and being very particular about what you say and how you say. Obviously, you know, we all have different beliefs about what happens afterwards, but being very careful and mindful about what you say to a young person on the spectrum who doesn't have a context in which to understand it. So, you know, her suggestion was saying, you know, that being dead means that your heart stops working and your brain stops working. And that then you can embellish with whatever you want to embellish, but that keeping it very specific and literal. As to getting him a new dog, I mean, there's lots of schools of thought about that, and I think it really is going to depend on you, what you're ready for, and what your gut says to you about your child. There is a certain amount of time that's ideal to process, but, you know, that could be as short as 2 days for somebody to, I think, getting a new dog that doesn't look exactly like the other and renaming it the same thing, I think that that's a bad idea, because the truth of the matter is that this child is going to have to deal with death in different ways throughout their life. This is not going to be the last time that something that is so important to him dies, and we don't want to make it seem like, you know, that isn't the case and that things go on and on forever. But perhaps starting a conversation about, you know, do we want it with the child about, do we want to get a new dog? And are you ready for that? Because that's a lot. And you're processing your grief too. So it's all individual, and I realize I'm not of much help to you there. But wanted to make sure you knew about Evelyn Kung's super fabulous expert advice about death. That was on yesterday's show. Okay, and then there was one more. I think I missed it, but that's okay. Traven, do we need to take a break before we go to Karissa, or are we able to go right now? Okay, so we have Karissa Winters joining us right now. She is the author of Your Guide to All Things Caticorn. We've had her on the show before. Karissa, welcome back.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you again, too. So for viewers who didn't see you were on the show before, talk to us about Your Guide to All Things Caticorn.
So yeah, the book has been doing great. We've created a lot of awareness, been able to get back to help, with the service dogs and also to create awareness, which is really big for us. Just, putting out the message about how early intervention is so important and how all kids should have access to treatment. And it's just, our book is kind of a vessel, a tool, if you will, for us to bring that message to people in a different kind of way that maybe they haven't heard of before. And as we talked on the previous show, it's also has a lot of cool hidden meanings. It's how I actually taught my autistic daughter Presley emotions. And we actually have a new book called Scribbles, which is out. I'll show it to you.
Yeah. How cute. Oh, look how sweet it is. And so is that in fact Scribbles, that character?
This is Scribbles, yes. So he's a puppicorn. He was actually born different. He was born without a horn. And he learns to craft his way through challenges. So it addresses bullying and feeling like you're different and born different. And my daughter's a crafter, so that's kind of how we came up with the concept. She was dealing with some bullying in school due to her autism, and she crafted to kind of soothe herself, and that's where I came up with the concept of Scribbles. So it's a cool book for any kid, but it does have a hidden meaning, and we are also giving back to autism and advocating and doing all the same things we did with our other book as well.
He's super, super cute. Who does your illustrations?
Oh, it's hard for me to hear you. What?
Who does your illustrations?
I do. I do all the illustrations.
That is just like, look at how talented you are. That is amazing. He is so
Thank
cute.
you so much.
And then I love this whole story idea too, because we know that sometimes for kids to be able to understand something, we need to give lots of different contexts, and being able to put it in the context of this precious little puppy who's a puppicorn, but was born without his horn. I absolutely love that. Where can people get your books?
So Your Guide to All Things Caticorn is on Walmart, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. This one was just released, the Scribbles, and it's on Amazon. You can get it Kindle edition, or you can also get it just regular copy like this on Amazon as well. So you can find Scribbles on Amazon.
What a wonderful thing, and what a great way for you to have channeled what's going on in your life and in your daughter's life and putting it into something that's positive, and then not only doing that, but raising awareness and helping to raise funds, as you said.
Well, that's our big motto, is color it differently. We, for me, it's being a mother of a child that's autistic. She teaches me all the time, and she always is the one that says, hey, maybe that idea will help another kid with autism or just another kid in general. And she's so smart, and just, it's amazing how their mind works. And so to work with her and come up with these ideas on stories, and it works with her and helps her cope with it. And if it can do that for any other child going through something, then that's truly our mission, is to not only get back to autism, but to help someone going through bullying. I think most of us in some form, unfortunately, have experienced bullying or feeling different than others or feeling like we don't fit in. And this kind of shows to love and accept yourself just as you are. And my daughter the other day was reading the book to another kid, and she said, I learned to love and accept myself just as I am, and I love my autism because my brain works differently and I can see things differently, and I think that's cool. And it was just so cool to see her express herself in that way, and to be able to put into words something so big like that. So yeah, it means a lot, and I'm really feel so blessed to just be able to share it, not only with my daughter to make a difference, but with others, and not only through changing, feeling like an outsider or different, but also to give back to autism and advocate at the same time.
It's a wonderful, wonderful mission that you're on. Is there also a Facebook page and or website and or Snapchat that you want to share that is for Caticorn and Puppicorn?
Yes, so it's caticornbooks.com, and we have everything from clothing to stuffed animals to our books, and it kind of states our mission on there as well. And we also have an Instagram, it's Caticorns for Autism.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I wish we had more time. We've already gone over, but I want to thank you for being with us. And honestly, your illustrations are amazing. The stories are amazing. Thank you for the work that you're doing.
No, thank you for all that you guys do. I love being on your show, and we always love watching you. So thank you for all that you guys do. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Such a
Karissa.
compliment. It means a lot coming from you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. All right. Well, Happy New Year.
You too as well.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.